Welcome to Hedge Fund Trade Tips. I'm Tom Hayes, the founder of Hedge Fund Tips, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to quickly walk you through how our private access membership works for individual traders, hedge funds, and institutional clients, as well as how you'll benefit from our system. You may have seen us on MarketWatch, Zero Hedge, Seeking Alpha, Talk Markets, Fidelity, or Inside Futures. A few photos of me with National Economic Council Chair Larry Kudlow, former UK Prime Minister Tony Blair, Senator Romney, and the family. We're going to provide you actionable trading ideas, proven results, demonstrated edge, and complete transparency. Hedge Fund Tips was created to provide actionable investment ideas to investors and traders who strive to improve their performance. We have decade-plus experience investing alongside investment legends. Our ideas are unique, timely, precisely researched, and immediately actionable. All our previous recommendations are available to subscribers. We generate 10+ new ideas per month. In addition, we provide daily research, newsletter, video training, content library, and aggregation. So why listen to me? I have extensive experience in the hedge fund industry, over a decade working in hedge funds, specifically long-short equity strategy. I started my own firm, Great Hill Capital. I manage my own money as well as outside money, running a long-short equity strategy for accredited investors and qualified institutions. I have seasoned experience through multiple cycles, bull markets, bear markets, etc. Prior to going out on my own, I worked with a firm called Cornwall Capital. You may recognize the name from the movie and the book The Big Short, written by Michael Lewis and featuring Brad Pitt. Those of you who saw the movie remember they were one of the few firms who got the financial crisis correct from 2007 to 2009 and made a tremendous amount during that period. I was able to hook up with them through a thesis I had on shorting soybeans in summer 2012, which was expressed through long puts with low implied volatility. The trade made 500% in 3 months, and we've been friends ever since. Exceptionally smart and talented guys over there for sure. Prior to that, I was managing director of Bedford Oak Advisors, a long-short equity firm also in New York. Not only did I generate investment ideas and help co-manage our portfolio positions, but through that position I had the unique opportunity of being placed in one of our public portfolio companies as the COO, Chief Operating Officer. We were the largest shareholder at Bedford Oak with 33% of the stock. Mario Gabelli of Gamco and Phil Frost, former chairman of Teva, were the second and third largest, followed by Warren Buffett's grandnephew, who's a friend of mine. He ran his own fund at the time and now heads his own public vehicle, which in my view has a chance to be the next Berkshire in coming decades. The chairman at Bedford was longtime friends with Warren, which was amazing when we went out to the annual meetings in Omaha, and I became friends with his grandnephew through another friend. Let's just say we had no problem getting a table at Gorat Steakhouse, a favorite of Warren's and a popular spot during annual meetings. My role as COO was to sell off the non-core assets in the company and use that cash to source, negotiate, and close the purchase of an asset management firm. I interviewed over 100 different firms, alternative investment managers, traditional managers, and learned everything about what strategies worked, what strategies didn't, and within 18 months of being COO, we were able to close the purchase of an asset manager with $1.6 billion under management, and as a result, double the stock price in a short period of time, which was just tremendous. Prior to that, I was a successful entrepreneur in my 20s, built a large business from scratch, and graduated from Columbia University. So why am I doing this? I built a successful marketing and distribution business in my 20s, but I always traded and invested the profits in my personal account. That was my true passion. I remember at Columbia, I'd go to the business school library at URIS and read market wizards about George Soros and all the famous traders from the 70s and 80s who made their fortunes. So by my late 20s, after I was already self-made, and that was very important to me because I grew up middle class, so I wanted to get that taken care of, I met a legend in the business named Harvey Eisen, who was close friends with Warren Buffett. Some of the older viewers will remember the name from Lou Rukeyser's show Wall Street Week. He was a regular, and because of my passion for investing and trading, I went to work with him at Bedford Oak. He taught me deep value investing and strong institutional fundamentals, how the big money invests. His first seed investors for Bedford Oak were billionaires Sandy Weil of Citigroup, Sam Zell of Equity International, Mike Bloomberg, Mario Gabelli of Gamco, and Dr. Phil Frost, former chairman of Teva. So it was an all-star cast of investors and quite a tremendous experience. And because I started late in finance, and I say later in life, but my late 20s and not right out of school, I realized that most people will never get an inside look and really know what institutions look at and how they think, and if you don't know the competition, you can't expect to compete against them and win. You can compete, but to win, you really have to understand how they think. I grew up middle class, around a lot of money, but had to work my way through late grammar school and high school, washing dishes, paper routes, and as a golf caddy, and for those who don't have the right connections or education, getting a leg into Wall Street is next to impossible. I was lucky, and as you can tell from our site, I'm passionate about teaching, writing, communicating, and seeing regular people win. I don't believe in entitlement. I do believe in hard work, and the average person, average trader, willing to take steps to better themselves and be consistent with the right information and skills should be rewarded. And that's what Hedge Fund Trade Tips Private Access membership offers to individuals and institutions, the right information and actionable ideas you can use to perform. So how does it work? First of all, it's our view that if you're trading exclusively off technicals on charts, you have a limited edge as everyone else knows what you're looking at too. Many algorithms are programmed to take advantage of all the common patterns and sweep out the stop orders, knowing where a technical trader will bail. You've probably had it happen to you and you couldn't understand why the stock broke down, took out your stop, and then subsequently reversed to new highs without you. It's not personal. It's just that most of what's out there technically is already known, so the edge is limited. We're not against technical analysis, as it is a factor in what we do, but it's not the key. Yes, there are statistical advantages in some patterns, and you will find traders who are successful exclusively using technicals. They are the exception, not the rule. But the institutions who move markets, the big money that moves prices, are steeped in fundamentals, and you have to know how they think, or it's going to be more difficult to compete and win. Furthermore, using technical analysis exclusively takes you out of many positions too early, because the first time the wind blows against you, you're more likely to bail as you only have one criteria to go on. If your fundamental thesis is sound and repeatable, it will give you the staying power to let the technicals run their course and return a winner. As Warren Buffett says, in the short term, the market is a voting machine. In the long term, it's a weighing machine. Lee Cooperman, who I met at the Titans hedge fund dinner hosted by Monness Crespi Hart, always says, the algos buy strength and sell weakness. I made my billions in the market buying weakness and selling strength, and all my friends who made billions did the same. This means if you can ignore the day-to-day noise and have a solid thesis behind you, the trade or investment will work out in time as the fundamentals confirm the technicals that triggered you into the position to start with. In other words, if you have a solid technique based on sound fundamentals with technical triggers and you manage your sizing and risk appropriately, you can win over time, and you have a huge advantage over the big institutions because smaller account size can more easily outperform. You're more nimble and can be in more instruments that generate higher returns for the same underlying moves. Either the larger institutions can't be in these instruments because of their mandate, or they're just managing too much money that there's not enough liquidity for them to take advantage. This is one of those rare instances that David's going to beat Goliath every time once you have an efficacious method and system in place. Now, a little bit about Hedge Fund Trade Tip system for private access members. First, the system combines general market conditions and trend with an in-house earnings per share and estimates model that accounts for changes to the price to earnings multiple. You're not going to find this combination of analysis publicly available anywhere else. Versions of this method of analysis are used by larger institutional money managers on a long-term horizon and in a different way. Second, the system deploys several key technical factors that are effective in triggering action when the fundamental data and earnings model points to a probabilistic edge. These technical factors navigate through all environments, long or short, when coupled with the earnings model. Third, the system deploys our extensive hedge fund experience with options to magnify the returns for each underlying stock's movement. Unlike most, we're going to benefit from the last 30 days of time decay before expiration versus being at the effect of the melting ice cube known as theta. Many investors and traders buy out-of-the-money options that have a low statistical probability of playing out, and 90% of them expire worthless. By contrast, we're rooting for time to pass because of the way we've structured our positions to benefit as time decays. Fourth, this system works the same for both long ideas and short ideas across market environments. And finally, you're going to learn risk management, since no trader, no method, or system is right 100% of the time, although you'll be amazed with our win-loss ratio when you go through all of our trades during your trial. Utilizing proper risk management is paramount to winning over a series of trades and having consistency in your results. So, how it works. What you're going to get are two things. First off are PINs, position idea notifications, our trade ideas, followed by PCNs, position completion notifications. So getting into the trade and getting out of the trade, you'll see the screenshots, you'll be able to see every trade during your trial. In addition to the trade ideas, you're going to get daily trading posts and emails, weekly commentary, research notes, articles. You can see our 30 categories of research below, where you can see every research note and article we've ever published and searched by subject, company, etc. Now, we're going to go through your different options on how to get started with your free 14-day trial. The key here is to save time and make money. I've developed this method by trial and error over a decade of time and significant research and investment. You may be able to get your own foot in the door and work at hedge funds for many years like I did, then start your own firm and potentially find a niche that works for you after years of effort and huge investments of time and money, or simply take a shortcut by utilizing my method to benefit now and save years of trial, error, time, and money. As the old saying goes, you can always get more money, but you can't recover lost time. Time is our scarcest resource. So how to take advantage? As of February 10th, 2019, Hedge Fund Trade Tips notification service for private access members became available not only to hedge funds and institutions, but individual and proprietary traders as well. Historically, hedge funds have paid me as much as $90,000 per year for my outside research, which is brilliant for them because it saves them a fortune by outsourcing a portion of their research budget at a fraction of the cost. The average analyst at a decent-sized fund makes $250,000 per year to generate maybe one good idea per quarter that makes the firm money. The average portfolio manager makes $1.4 million. So to get better results for a fraction of the cost is simply smart business, and that's why funds do it. I'm not going to charge you the $90,000 that I've charged hedge funds or the $250,000 to $1 million plus that this information is worth, even for a smaller size fund. Because of this platform, I'm now able to scale up to a larger group in order to make it economic across the board. Even better is the fact that you can try before you buy with our free 14-day trial, so you take no risk. It's the perfect example of an asymmetric trade which has all upside and no downside to try it out. There are two options available to individuals and institutions. Option number one is for private access membership called the standard version. What you're going to get is 10 position idea notification, or pins we call them, minimum 10 per month, so approximately one every couple of days. Some days you'll get 2 or 3, and then you may go a few days without any, depending on the market conditions. We identify the company, long or short, suggested timing, and the best expression, call spreads, put spreads, suggested pricing. Our ideas average 2 to 6 weeks in duration. This gives us an edge because we don't have to compete with computers and algos on an intraday basis. Humans move in seconds, computers move in nanoseconds. You now have football fields of PhD on trading floors programming the computers to trade intraday. We stay above the fray and use the extra time to our advantage. Second, you're going to get 10 position completion notifications, or PCNs, minimum per month. We identify the suggested time to complete the position, the suggested pricing. We're not just going to get you in the trade, but also get you out. You can start your 14-day trial right now for free. So you try it for 2 weeks, look under the hood, and you can see the results yourself. After that, it renews at just $197 a month with no contracts. You can cancel at any time by emailing info@hedgefundtips.com. You'll see the green button pop up below, and you can take advantage there. The second option is the private access membership VIP. The requirement here is that you have a suggested liquid net worth of $500,000, or you're currently managing outside money via hedge fund, mutual fund, RIA, or family office. You're going to get everything in the standard package, plus you're going to get unlimited direct access to me Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. You're going to get the same service that hedge fund clients have paid me $90,000 plus per year for, my outside research, and direct access to many multiples of that when I was on staff in-house. When you have a question about anything market related, portfolio related, or trade related, you'll just text, email, or call anytime during those available 20 hours per week, and I'll connect with you to answer your questions and work with you to improve your results. That's the VIP concierge service. The VIP private access membership is just $19.97 a month after the 14-day trial, so you can try it out before you buy anything. Also the green button below. So once you click subscribe and fill out your details, you'll be emailed a registration link to set up your login and password. Once you've done that, the members tab will open up at the top of the site so you can learn about how to place these trades, how to manage risk, additional resources, and how to set up text alerts to your cell phone so you can receive pins and PCNs faster than just standard email notification. As Warren Buffett always says, price is what you pay, value is what you get. As with choosing a heart surgeon, don't shop around for the bargain. You go with the best skills and experience to get the desired outcome you're looking for. If you're trading a small account and a couple of contracts at a time, one trade pays for your membership each month, and you'll get 10 plus pins and PCNs each month to build up your account. If you're a professional, this is an easy decision because you're getting a PM and analyst experience all in one, completely outsourced at less than 10% of the cost and no long-term commitments. So pick the best option that fits for you above and try it out for 2 weeks. Go through all of our past trades and then take advantage of the pins and PCNs as they start coming in. If it's not your cup of tea, just email us to cancel at info@hedgefundtips.com before the end of your trial and you won't be charged. But our experience is that individuals and firms who take the trial stay with us for the long term because they see results. It's not what it costs to join. It's what it costs if you don't take advantage and see for yourself. So with that said, I look forward to working with you, and thanks for taking the time to invest in yourself.